Hey guys, Ep17 here with episode number 17 of our Wolfsburg career mode on FIFA 20. We're kicking it off with the second leg against Sporting in the Europa League. Before we get into the gameplay, subscribe to the channel, that would be much appreciated. And as we go through the squad lineups, we've obviously already got the 2 away goals in Portugal. So for today's game, we didn't really need to be all too attacking. You know, we could just sit back on our 2 goals and just hope that Handanovic can keep another clean sheet against them. But you know, I'm not that sort of manager. We went straight for the attacking threat, and 3 minutes into the game, you can see here Zaracha actually goes down with a slight injury, a slight knock, and they counter us quite well actually. Doumbia, he plays the ball through to Felfe through to Vieto. Gets intercepted by Godfrey, who try and play it between the 2 defenders. Didn't quite work out. Felfe's going to play the ball to Doumbia. Doumbia flicks it through to Augusto. He puts it into the back of the net, but fortunately for ourselves, the linesman caught him, and he was offside. But as you saw at the beginning, Zaracha did go down with a knock. I didn't want to risk anything, so we took him off. We brought on Weghorst, and we pushed David down into the cam position. And 20 minutes into the game, Weghorst plays the ball to Barco. Barco's just going to drive himself down this line, but Coates intercepts the ball. We're trying to win it back with Barco, just great pressing there by himself, but Gerhardt, he wins the header down to David. David's going to turn and play it up to Weghorst, turns his man brilliantly, strikes it. Ribeiro is equal to it and makes a really nice save from the, not the resulting goal, just from a different corner. Draxler whips the ball across once again. Weghorst gets his head onto it. He's 6'6", and he almost headed that one into the back of the net. And you can definitely bet yourselves that Zaracha wouldn't have got on the end of that one as David plays through Weghorst. He's not the quickest, but apparently he was offside. And look how close he was. Look at that. That's some VAR type offside bullshit right there. Because that is, to the naked eye, that is not offside. The linesman would have not seen that. But it's okay. We will continue our fight to get a goal as Gerhardt plays through Weghorst. This time he's onside. This time he's breaking past the back line. They're not the quickest themselves. He's just going to cut inside. Strikes it. Blocked. Gerhardt heads it down to David. David with the overhead kick. That's like a proper overhead kick. But unfortunately for ourselves, it was just wide of the post. And I believe if it was on target, maybe the goalkeeper would have got to it. So we'll never know. But 41 minutes in. And Barbu plays the ball to Martinez. Martinez to David. David is going to play the ball through to Weghorst. Holds off Rosier really nicely. And then just dinks it over the top of Ribeiro. 1 goal at home. 3 goals on aggregate. That is ourselves going through to the next round. That surely should be the goal that wraps up the tie. And puts us through into the next knockout round. But as we move into the second half. Augusto kind of hoping for an early goal in this second half to just have an inch of actually getting back into this game. And well, they get it. Vendel's first shot was saved brilliantly by Handanovic. The second shot not so well. Into the back of the net. He does run over to celebrate, which is a bit strange. Surely he wants to grab the ball, get it back to the halfway line as quick as possible. But it's now 1-1 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. They need 2 more goals, and they will actually be going through if they get those 3 away goals. So we've got to hope that doesn't happen. Great save by Handanovic. Great clearance there. Brooks nods it away. Martinez then gets it up to David, and we get the ball away nicely there. Just before that hour mark, though, Vendel, the goal scorer, skips past Brooks. He's got a man out wide in Cabral. He has got a man in the middle. He just dinks it across to Luis Felfe. He has his shot saved. Augusto charges in late. Puts it into the back of the net. Augusto wasn't the one offside. Felfe was from the cross. So realistically, if they hadn't had the offside goals, it would be 3-1 right now. They've scored 2 offside goals. So right now they should be going through. If they could just have stayed onside as Acuna. Skips past them, Barbu. Forces Draxler to come out wide. The whipped across. Cabral gets his header onto it. 2-1. They have scored 4 goals on the night. 2 of which counted. 2 of which were offside. Thankfully for ourselves, those goals didn't count, because if they did, we would be going home right now. Well, going home empty-handed. But we progressed through 3-2 on the aggregate scoreline. We will be going through to the next round, and there is a lot of good teams left in this competition. But return to Bundesliga action. We're taking on Union Berlin, who sits 16th. You can see ourselves in 8th position. We're actually above RB Leipzig. So we're not actually doing as bad as I thought. But pushing on for this season, we want to try and get into those Europa League positions. And against a team like Union Berlin, who are currently in 16th, we should be picking up the victory. As you can see with the squad lineup, slightly changed. Miner's in, Bracalo is also in. Gilavogi's starting at CDM with Martinez actually starting as a left centre mid. But 9 minutes into the game, Gilavogi on the ball. Skips past Anderson, plays the ball to Martinez. Martinez has got 2 men ahead of him in Weghorst and in Miner. He's going to find Weghorst to Miner. Back to him. Lovely partnership going on between these two here. Skips past Subasic. Charges into the box. Skips past another player. Taken out in the process. It's a clear and obvious foul there by the Union Berlin player. It's going to be a penalty to ourselves. Weghorst is going to be the man stepping up. You can see we don't have the best of penalty takers at the club. So as well as a free kick taker, we might need a penalty taker as well next season. But 12 minutes into the game, Weghorst steps up for the penalty. Weghorst tucks the penalty home. 1-0 to Wolfsburg, away from home in the country's capital. And we're loving life right now. 3 points. Getting that early goal helped us out a lot. Obviously against a team like Union Berlin, they're low in the table. They want to try and drag the game out as much as possible and then hit you on the counter-attack and get that nice one goal. And then they'll just sit on it. But thankfully for ourselves, we scored first in this game. As Bracalo finds Gilavogi, he eventually finds Schläger. Schläger to Miner. Miner just shoots the ball across goal brilliantly into that top left-hand corner. 18 minutes into the game, he doubles our lead. Both of our strikers have scored in this game. What a time to be alive. Because ourselves, that should be the 3 points wrapped up right there. I do not see us conceding 2 goals to a team sat in 16th place, even though we did earlier in the season, I do believe. But 74 minutes into the game, Weghorst is going to look to add to this as he plays the ball to Bracalo. Bracalo just skips past the defence, there's no one around him. He's got a chance to shoot here himself, and he does so. He makes it 3-0. There was absolutely no one around him. The defenders fell asleep. Really, really, really poor. But 3-0, 3 points. But can we add to it? Weghorst charging through, strikes it straight at the goalkeeper. He clears it upfield though. Wagnerman's going to look to win this one. Nods it down to Schläger. Schläger's got Barco ahead of him. He picks it up nicely. Finds Weghorst. Turns his man once again. Can he make it 4? Not quite, just wide of the post. Very unfortunate there. And as you can see, into the 90th minute. 3-0 is going to be the final score. 3 points will be coming home to us as we look to climb the table. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.